everyone, I am back with my fourth set of cards, and I love how these came out. They are kind of grungy Victorian cards, and again it was a process. Sorry, that's my dryer going off. Okay, it's done. So I did this, actually it was really different, again another process, and I sanded the front and the back, and again I glued them down onto this was a piece of kind of like wrapping paper, but it looks like craft paper, but it's not as heavy. You can still, up close, you can still see the card, the image of the card kind of just faintly through the back of the paper. But I glued them down on the paper, and then I lightly stained the card, the whole face of the card. You can see just maybe on the edges right here, you can see where I've stained it. And I stained the whole card and let that dry. And then I glued down a piece of scrap paper from my scrap pile. And then I stamped across the top of it and did some stenciling with some acrylic paints. And then I cut out these images of these Victorian ladies and glued them on. And then I used a gold pen and went around the outside. So it was a little bit of a process, but I enjoyed it because it was something different. And so let's go through them. They're just, every image is different, and of course the paper and the stamping and everything is random as well on the cards. So, and I splattered some gesso. You can see on some of these where I splattered gesso. And it was really fun. I may do a process video on this one because you get such a different outcome with the papers and the paint. And this one, vaguely or faintly, you can see that it says Paris there, and you can see the the splattering of the paint. And you can see some of the honeycomb stenciling here and splattered paint. Just fun cards. They really turned out great, I think. No two are alike. And that is that. And they are just really cool. And I have, how many of these do I have? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 cards. So I've lost track. 14, 15, 14, and 10, I think it was. So I've got quite a few cards ready to use in projects. And I have put them in this little acrylic tray. And they just all stand here in this little tray, right, ready to use. So it was so much fun, and look, I have room. I can do some more cards. I can squish more cards in there. So I may be doing that. So anyway, I hope you try it because it is just, it's so fun and it's kind of freeing, and you don't have to really think about, especially on these two, you know, there wasn't a lot of planning on it. It was just so totally random, the painting of them, and so I really enjoyed that process. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.